Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and in this video I'm going to take you through how to make report cards using Excel. My name is Obeti Isaac from Gulu University, Uganda. Let's get started. The first step that you need to do, you need to open your Excel. When you open the Excel and then you find where the work that you want to compute is, or if you are starting a new one, you can start from there. Now for my sake, I want to start from this work. Now this is what I'm going to do. In this active cell, I'm going to put totals. I want to find totals for these students. I want to find the totals. I come to this other cell and then I can put equal sign. I'll put sum to find where it is. I double click and then it comes, and then from there I want to start adding from here, and then I'll put comma, and then I still click on this again so that this moving dots can also appear. Now I'm going to highlight the part that I want to cover. When I'm summing up, I want to sum up to there, and then from there I press shift and then close the bracket, and then I'll put enter. And then from there it has given me the total for the first student, and then for the other students I put the cursor at the left corner of it, and then I drag it down, I leave, it gives me the total for these other students. Now I'm going to find average for these students, the average score, and then from there I'm going to bring my cursor back into the active cell, into G2, and then from there I put equal sign. After putting equal sign, I can now look for average. Since I want to find the average, it is here blue. I double click, it appears there, and then for average I come and I select this, and after selecting I put my comma, and then from there I reselect it again. From there I can also drag it up to here, and then I leave it there. Now from there I can press shift, close the bracket, and then I'll put enter. It has given me the average score for Isaac, and then I bring my cursor, I put it at the down corner of the right hand part of the box, and then I drag it down up to here. I leave, it gives me the total scores for this. But if I want this, I can reduce this, but I can make them to only appear in this, and I can remove the decimal points. I can click here, the decimal points, I've removed them, I can add them back. That's it. And then I'm going to find position. I'm going to find positions for these students. Now this is what I need to do. I need to come to this other come to the next cell. From here I'm going to put equal sign. Now I want to use totals and average for finding position. The first one I'm going to use totals for finding the position of these students. Now I'm going to start with Isaac. Now you click on equal sign. After clicking on equal sign, you look for rank. You want to rank these students, and then I'll double click on the rank, and then from there I tap on this, and then after tapping on that, it appears like F2. I put comma, and then I tap on it again, and then I can drag this down up the last one from there, and then from there I want to insert dollar signs. The simplest way you can insert dollar signs, just press F4, and then they come, and then from there you close the bracket. When you close the bracket and then you press enter, the position of Isaac comes automatic from there, and then you put the cursor here, and then you drag it down to the last person, you leave it, the positions come. That's using total and position. And then the next position, I'm going to use another option for finding position, that's using the average. Now when we're using the average, you will come here to this cell, and then you put equal sign, and then you also again look for rank. You look for rank. After finding rank, it's down here. I double click on it, and then from there I tap on this average. I tap on it once, and then I put a comma, and then from there I tap on it again. I left click, and then I drag it up to the last person, and then from there I insert dollar sign. As I said, you click on F4, and then I click on F4 to bring the dollar signs, and then I close my bracket. After closing, I put enter. Now it has given me the same position where Isaac has been number 3. Now from there I can left click at the corner there, and then I drag down to find the position of these other students. Now there we are done. You can see that all these students, their positions have not changed. So And in case of any changes that happens here in this, if you have entered wrong marks for these students and they've come for complaints, you can change, and the positions and other things will change automatic. Now this is the next thing that you need to do. We are going to write comments. We are going to write comments for this. Now when we are writing comments, we are going to use if functions, and I'm going to put equal signs, and then I look for if functions, and then I'm going to double click on this, and then now I'm going to say if I'm going to use this if this guy, if someone has scored greater or equals to 350, I put comma, and then I open quotation. I will say excellent. I'll put excellent, and then I close my quotation. I put another comma, and then I also look for. I will put another if. Since this is a condition that I want to set for these people, you double click. It brings that bracket. After it bringing the bracket, and then you also come back here, you tap on this F2, and then you are saying if someone has scored greater or equals to 300, I'll put comma, and then I'll open my quotation. I'll put very good. Very good as the condition there, and then I close this, and then I put another comma. When I put another comma, I also look for another condition. If I can double click on this, it brings me that, and then I will come back here. I will also tap on this. If someone has scored greater or equals to, and we are here at 300, someone has scored now 250, I'll put comma, and then quotation, and then I'll put this person has performed good, and then I can close I'll put my quotation mark, and then I put another I enter another condition. That's by pressing if, and then here you also do the same. You double click on if. After tapping on if, you come back to this, you tap on it, and then you are like if someone who has scored more than or equals to 200, I'm going to give a condition for this. This person should be fair. This person has performed fairly. I close this quotation. I put another question, comma, and then I also look for if someone. I come here. I double click it. I double click on this. If someone has scored, that's 200. If someone has scored, if this person has scored from here, I can tap on this. Has scored less than or equals to 0, and then I'll put comma. After putting a comma, I open the quotation. I will put there the condition is failed. Now I'm going to close this quotation, and then I now from here all the conditions that I want, they are already there. Now what I need to do, I need to close this bracket up so that I can now get the comments done. Now the first thing I need to do, I need to press shift, and I put this. The bracket is red. It's not yet done. You put the brackets until it shows black, and then I put this. That's green. I put this. That's slightly green. Like that's red. This is black now. That's now the last condition that I need. I can now put enter. Now from here I come back for this. That's the egg of buffer, and then I left click here, and then I drag it down. It gives me conditions for all this. Ladies and gentlemen, here I am done with making a report card. Please don't fail to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am Obeti Isaac from Gulu University, Uganda.